So I hit the greenhouse in Bedford, Pennsylvania today. This is Mile Level Farmers Market. This is one of my favorite places to go. They have so many greenhouses and so many wonderful hanging pots and just awesome flowers to look at. And so I really came in here to look at the vegetables and the herbs that they had for sale, but I decided to take you around and to see what else they had for sale, and I got some prices for you as well. Right here are these variegated petunias. Those were pretty awesome. I've never seen those before. Annuals were $3.99 a pot. Lobelia, $3.99 a pot. Got some elephant ears going there. Look at that big welcome pot. Has everything in it. Looks like we got some filler plants here. Mosquito plants were $6.99 a pot. It's not bad size. There were some bigger ones in the back. They were bringing in new plants, so I had to try to step out of their way as they were coming in to hang them. Now we're getting to the herb section. So they had all kinds of things. They had a wonderful selection of mints, peppermints, oreganos, orange balm, lemon balm, all kinds of basil. I didn't see a tag in these, so I didn't exactly know what they were, but they were $2.99 a pot. Not bad, but they were good quality. So I did get some things, and we'll talk about that later. Grab some chamomile and catnip. My cats love it. There was some garlic chives, dill, fennel, perennial lemon, lemon verbena, lemongrass, lovage, if you will. That was a different kind of oregano that I've never seen before.
All the way down, yeah.
Parsley curly, parsley flat. Right here I grabbed some orange balm. There's just all kinds of things to look at in this place, and I just absolutely love coming to look at this place. I think they have a total of like 8 greenhouses you can walk through. Now we're getting into the vegetable section. I was specifically looking for banana peppers, and I'll be darned if they didn't have one stinking banana pepper. They had every other kind of pepper known to man, but not the kind that I really wanted. They were $1.99 for a 4-pack. Now if you go to Walmart or Lowe's or any other kind of big box store, they are in single pots for $4.68 per plant. That is highway robbery. Go to local greenhouses that are privately owned and you will get such a better price. Now we're getting into some of the tomatoes. They had a lot of good different varieties of tomatoes. same thing here. Tomatoes were so much cheaper. They were in 4 packs for $1.99 for 4 plants. At a big box store, they're $4.68 per plant. So be smart about spending your money on vegetable plants this year. Buy where you can get the best price. Well, I just got here to the farm. I was supposed to get the mower started and start mowing if I could, but as you can see, it's pouring down rain. But the good news is I got the mower started. And it's only by the grace of God that I remembered how to open the front latch on that thing, because I had no idea. And for some reason, I just happened to know to turn the silver thing on the top of the latch and it would unlatch the top hood. And there's the battery. So I put it on the charger, had to leave it on there for about 20 minutes. And it's running right now. Thankfully, Dad left gas in it. So there's about over half a tank of diesel in there that we can mow grass. And the grass here is, I don't know if you can see how tall it is, but it's horrendous. It's like a freaking hayfield. It needs mowed really bad. So yeah, I figured while I am waiting on rain to stop, I'd stop and chit chat. I went to the, as you saw before, I went to the Mile Level Farmers Market in Bedford, Pennsylvania. Love that place. And I got some herbs. So this is catnip, for sure. Nope, sorry, orange balm. Never had that before. Now I have lemon balm and orange balm. These were, I think, $2.99 a piece. But these I can bring in the house over winter, and I'm pretty sure they're perennial and they'll come back. So, but they're good quality. No complaints. And let's see. Oh, here's the catnip. My cats love fresh catnip, and if I dry this all summer long, and I could bring it in the house, I have places that are no cat zones. I can put that there over winter, and I will have fresh, dried, and fresh off the plant catnip. What else did I get here? I picked up apple mint. Never heard of this before. I'll have to do some research on what this is good for other than tea. Mint's always good in any kind of tea. So there's that. And then last but not least, because I do enjoy tea, especially in the wintertime, I got chamomile. And look at all the roots coming down off of that. Chamomile. Can't complain there. They had a lot of other various mints, peppermints and stuff there, but I just stuck with these for now. But if you're looking for a good selection of herbs, go to Mile Level Farmers Market in Bedford, Pennsylvania. And then I got a surprise in the back here. Once the rain starts, I'll show you. Well, since the rain wants to keep on raining here for more than 10 minutes, I figured I'd come in here and just show you what our operation was back in its heyday. This is the parlor. We did not start out with a parlor. There used to be 2 rows of stanchions here that we would run cows in and put them in the metal headlocks. You can still see some of the headlocks over here. Dad kind of made a headlock row there for the fresh pen, but those were the headlocks that we used. And there were 2 rows of them that ran in here. Then when we switched to the parlor in 2006, Dad dug all this out himself with the skid loader. He did have some help, but he dug the trench here. And then while he was digging this out, the far headlocks were still hooked up and ready to roll, and we milked there till Dad was finished doing the parlor. So what would happen is the cows would come in here, and we would not put the milkers on from the side. They would actually turn their butts towards the butt plate here, and we would put the milkers on between their back legs. We could comfortably fit 18 jerseys in here, sometimes 17. And we had a pressure washer hooked up down there. We could spray the floors. It was much cooler because we were down there in the summertime. We had a fan, and we had fans running up here. And in the winter time, we had 2 ready heaters that we ran. As I got older, I didn't really get too cold. Dad was diabetic, so he got cold a lot quicker than anybody else, so he liked to sit in that chair in front of the heater. And then when the cows were done, we would just open this gate and they would go out here to the free stall. There would be a gate here and they would go this way when they were done, and we kept them on that side and ran them up into the parlor when they weren't done. Back in its heyday when I was here and Dad and I were doing this together, we had upwards of 80 jerseys we milked. And we had about 100 heifers out back. So this is what we called the new barn. Dad built this maybe, I don't know, 2011, maybe anywhere from 2009 to 2011. I don't really remember. We always just called it the new barn because it was the new existing barn. Here is where the main barn, the original barn, ends and the new stuff starts. We would keep yearling heifers in here so they were bred and ready to come fresh. And then we kind of split it off for dry cows, older dry cows, and then the yearling heifers would be over there. Dry cows would be in all the time, but the yearling heifers could walk out that door and go up around into the upper pasture. So that's where they would stay. You notice some of these beams are broke. I'll take responsibility for that because I was like a bull in a china cabinet growing up with that skid loader. And when I would come in here with round bales, didn't matter how careful I was, I always ended up hitting something or breaking a gate or knocking it off the hinges or doing something. And thankfully Dad was running sawdust most of the time and I could kind of get away with it and not tell him about it until months later when he noticed. And I could say, I did that months ago. You can go out here to the manure pit. It's empty. Now there used to be a middle beam here with a cement block, and we would have 2 gates that would open and close here. And this back quarter of the barn on this side used to be for older dry cows, and they could go down into the front pasture. So this pit is empty. There's nothing in here but water that's just rainwater. As you can see, over the years, the cement pad has worn away, and I cannot tell you how many times I used to go too far with the skid loader when I was scraping a barn, and I would get stuck down over there. And Dad would come home, and I'd have to tell him that I got the skid loader stuck. He was madder than a hornet, but we got it out. So that's the manure pit. Whoever buys this property, I'm sure will fill it in unless they're going to milk cows. That's the upper pasture. Mow some grass. Gotta remember how to drive this thing. Haven't driven it in over 10 years, but we're gonna figure it out. So I just got home, and this is what I ran to Bedford for. My chicken coop. The kids at the Bedford High School Tech Center built it for me. They had one, and they were selling it. So this is the inside. There's nesting boxes over there that I gotta slide the dividers back in. And then they got these nice doors on there. Got 2. Looks like I'll have to screw in one of those hinges again up there. They got these nice little locks. And roosting benches there. And is just a nice little chicken coop. And I got it for a complete steal because I was able to only pay what the materials cost and sales tax. That's it. I paid a total of $371 for this. Total steal. Can't complain one bit. I've got it home safe. It's got a tin roof. It's got vinyl siding. And it's not lightweight either, but I'm still gonna do something on the bottom there to make it a little bit more secure and so the bottom 2x4s don't rot out so quick. So yeah, this is my chicken coop. So job well done in my opinion, and we'll see you next time.